let's go to the NBA All-Star three-point contest. Damian Lillard, it's Dame time once again. Hasn't competed in a Trailblazers jersey since 2023. Here's what he had to say before the contest.
I'm a shooter. I got to come out and let it fly and just know that's what it is and just win another one.
You did the signal. Dame time is upon us?
It's upon us.
Spoiler alert, Dame time was in fact upon us, Tyler.
Dame time always on time, Arda.
Indeed. He needed 24 points to avoid elimination. His torn Achilles looking pretty good here. He makes all 5 shots from the wing. I love the pyro.
Yeah, the pyro was the best part of the All-Star festivities.
He knocks down 4 of his last 5 shots on the final rack. He finishes the first round with 27 points, so he would advance to the final round where he would face Devin Booker. So in that final round, Lillard is up first. There they are talking about strategies and whatever else. There's,
Release,
again,
rotation, splash.
Exactly. He proceeds to make the next 5 threes from the top of the key after hitting a logo 3 worth 3 points. So he's on a roll here. He's on fire like NBA Jam. And the pyrotechnics, of course. On the final rack, Lillard would make 3 out of his 5 shots, so he would finish the final round with 29 points. Wow. Dame time all the time. Keegan, Michael Key, Chris Tucker, loving what they see. So it's Booker's turn. He needs to beat 29 points. He makes 5 in a row from the wing, and he needs to make 3 on the final rack to tie Lillard. Watch this. So he makes the first one. He gets the second one to drop. He just needs 1 more. Out. Uh-oh, wait a second. The pressure's on.
Oh,
no.
Goodness.
Oh. You can't book it because it is Dame time. Everyone's surprised, and Damian Lillard wins the NBA three-point contest for a 3rd time. Here he is with Malika Andrews.
Did this one, after everything you've been through, how did it mean a little bit more?
I think that's why it did mean a little bit more. Obviously, you got the history part of it, being the 3rd guy to win 3 times. Everything that's happened over the last year to get this opportunity and to be able to come out and take advantage of it and get another one, you know, it was a special experience.
And another one, and another one. I don't need to tell you, All-Star Weekend needs special moments. Larry Legend, Craig Hodges combined to win 6 of the first 7 three-point contests. So in the 33 shootouts since, Dame is the only player to win it 3 times. He's the only one to win a three-point contest without playing a game prior to the All-Star break as well.
3 snipers right there. Larry Hodges and Otto Dame time. The NBA Slam Dunk Contest also taking place last night. 4 competitors. First up, Jace Richardson, 25th overall pick, I should say, this year out of Michigan State. Son of former 2-time dunk champion Jason Richardson, and pays homage to Pops.
Oh, nice.
With that flush right there. Like father, like son. Carter Bryant, 14th overall pick out of Arizona. Got a 39.5-inch vertical measured at the combine, showing off that vert with a little Vinsanity right there. He would move on to the finals with the 360 windmill. Who would he see? 2 competitors left, Keshad Johnson, Jackson Hayes. I'm going to tell you right now, we're not going to show Jackson Hayes because he didn't really do much.
No, he didn't.
His dunks, not great. Keshad Johnson from the Bay brings out E40. Now, I must admit, I'm married to someone from the Bay, and I wish I had a great reference here with E40, but I got nothing. I got no E40 reference, except I like the hat.
Gate, something. I don't know.
All right, so it's Johnson versus Bryant in the final. Bryant, first up, throws it up, goes between the legs, and there's those pyrotechnics that we
You
like.
could have gone WD-40.
I'm just trying to think of references. Getting greased up for the final.
I'm trying to think of references for you.
E40's got to have a lyric. He's got some kind of, unique sounds that he makes when he raps. I just wish sorry,
E40,
honey.
49ers, I don't know.
I think even though Carter Bryant got the only 50 of the contest, it was Keshad Johnson who put together 2 40-plus dunks in the finals to win 97.4 and 93.0. Congratulations, Keshad. Tyler and Arda here on SportsCenter. NBA GMs that went big game hunting at the deadline were unable to bag and tag the biggest trophy on the market. Giannis is still a Milwaukee Buck for now. In a sit-down with Malika Andrews at the All-Star break, the 2-time league MVP shared that the reason he's now open to change is because he's starving for more.
As of today, I'm committed to the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm committed to the people that I work with, my teammates, the coaching staff, Coach Duck, and John in the front office. What I've said from the beginning of this year is that out of my mouth and the way I've carried myself, you will never hear me say I don't want to be a Milwaukee Buck.
We've had a lot of interviews over the years.
Yes.
One of them was in 2021. It was right after you won a championship.
Oh, good moments.
And
Take me back. Take me back,
well,
baby.
you said to me, we might never win another one. It's fine. I'd rather do it this way, win one this way, than go anywhere else and win 2 or 3. How do you reflect on that now?
I want to win another one. I want to win another one. Was I drunk? Was it after the champagne?
It was after you had a cramp and had to go get fluids, and there was a lot going on that night. Something else you said, though, you said, but the problem is I'm already starting to think about the other ones, and that's what's wrong with my brain. You said that's what's messed up is we just did it, and I'm obsessing over how we can do it again.
You know, I think I don't drink or smoke, but somebody gave me a cigar. And at that time, I didn't know what I was saying.
Yeah.
I'm joking. But when you've had a bite of a really good steak, you know, and all of a sudden you go somewhere else, so time goes by and you're just having the big steaks in front of you, and it's just like not good, and you know how that steak feel. You want that steak again. You know, and
Hollandaise, little Bernaise sauce.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good analogy for
It's
people
good.
that's watching, but I want that steak again, and I know what I'm missing out on. And players that have played in the NBA for a lot of years that have never won, they don't know what they're really missing out on. I know that feeling.
Giannis, hungry for more. We always love having David Dennis Jr. on the SportsCenter menu this morning. David, what's your reaction to what you just heard from Giannis there?
Look, it's Valentine's Day weekend. Valentine's Day, people feel feel good about their relationship. They feel validated. They get the flowers, get all things. But on the other hand, people get those sort of quizzical text messages from people. They're like, I don't really understand where we are. Cut that person off. Giannis is sending those quizzical text messages because in 1 minute I want to be with Milwaukee. Another minute I want to go win a championship. You're not going to win a championship with Milwaukee. It's just not going to happen, which is why this split made the most sense during last offseason, and it did not happen at the trade deadline. And now we have to deal with more weeks and more months of Giannis kind of talking out of both sides of his mouth. I want to stay with Milwaukee, but I want to win another championship. Those things are antithetical to each other, which is why it has always made the most sense for him and the Bucks to part ways. And it is honestly my hope that come offseason, they finally do that, so both of them can move on and get closer to championships on either one of their sides.
Yeah, if he wants another bite of that meat, it looks like it's not going to happen in Milwaukee. He may have to go elsewhere this offseason. All right, David, as we look ahead to the second half of the NBA season coming out of the break, what are 3 storylines that intrigue you the most?
Okay, so let's start with the Eastern Conference right now. And I'm looking at the East to see who's actually going to break away from the pack and really emerge as favorites. Like, I know Detroit has a huge lead on everybody else. There's still questions about them, their three-point shooting, their youth, things like that. I don't consider them, huge favorites. The Knicks, will that defense keep up? They've had a great last 10 games. They've been a little bit uneven. Cavs, what are they going to do? So I'm looking to see who's really going to break away in the East. Now, moving on to the West, the OKC Thunder. You got to remember, they started 24-1. We were talking about them winning 75 games, but they've spent a lot of the last few weeks in street clothes. SGA is hurt. J-Dub and these injuries are really concerning. We're worried about that wrist. He's hurt that hamstring. I want to see a fully healthy OKC Thunder team making a run to get a back-to-back championships. And finally, it's Victor Wembanyama and that San Antonio Spurs team, the OKC Thunder kryptonite, it seems like. How good can this team really be? How good can Victor Wembanyama really be? He has seemed to have no ceiling to what he can do and who he could possibly be. I want to see him continue to emerge as maybe the most dominant force in the NBA. Remember last time we saw him, the dude looked like he was going to score 100 points against the Lakers. I cannot wait to see what he's going to do for the second half of this season.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll talk about his MVP chances a little bit later in the show. His MVP chances in the All-Star game tonight. He's the betting favorite at DraftKings, so the market's expecting big things from him. By the way, Spurs only 3 games behind the Thunder in the Western Conference, and they've beaten OKC in 4 of the 5 meetings between the two this year. They seem to have the defending champs number. We love when David Dennis Jr. dials us up on SportsCenter. Thank you, David.